Good evening, folks. Welcome to another episode of the Weekly Factor here on Factor of Games. I'm your host, Greg, better known as eeFoGee. I'm trying to get this thing to run right. Everything's sounding okay right now. I was just having a little bit of an issue with the Steam or the Legion Go for some reason. It doesn't want to charge. It doesn't want to take power. I don't know what that's about because it was charged. I'm trying to figure out why it would be doing this. I'm going to try to unplug it. Give me 1 second here. Could be the, I don't know what it is. I'll try it directly. It could be the dock, but the dock's like, as far as I can tell, working. Well, maybe it's not. Maybe it's the port. I don't know. We could have an issue with that. We'll see if it actually shows up when we go to do our rundown. But, that's just par for the course here of things that aren't working as they should. So we'll see. We'll see what it does. I don't really know. But appreciate everybody for being here. Thank you again. I think we've got the audio thing figured out after last week. I don't know if you watched last week. If you didn't, you can go back and check out it, the what do you call it, the on-demand video, and that was number 17. So that one, essentially, we ran into that issue again after I'd done all the BIOS updates and everything, and basically we were still having the exact same issue where it wouldn't stop the crackling. Like when I had to actually redo, and this is kind of a common thing here, you've seen me do it, where I have to redo I guess it's the Legion Go usually is the card that does that, right? Where it'll start to act funny. It'll look like it's really slow or it's moving really chunky, and it's not the machine, but it's actually the capture card doing it. So with that, ended up that I've figured out if you basically reset both capture cards, because there's two capture cards, one for the two here, one for the Steam Deck, one for the Legion Go. If you reset both of them, it gets rid of the crackling noise. So if it happens this time, hopefully we can get around that. We're going to test that and see. The other issue we were having was the controller that I was using for I think it's the Steam Deck. It didn't like the connection. It wouldn't work. Sometimes it would run into some issues. I'd have to reach over and grab it. So now I've plugged the Xbox One X controller, I guess Xbox One controller, into it, and we're going to try running the Legion Go with the Switch Joy-Con type things, right? So that's what you can take them right off, and we're going to try doing that for those games tonight and see if that actually works. I don't know if it will or not. See if it's any better, right? See if we can get it to run. But a lot of things, I didn't pull any news this week. There was some items, but nothing crazy. There's a lot of sales going on all over the place for games. If you're interested in games, you can go on Steam and you can just find everything on sale. I think EA is doing their kind of before. Let's see, where are we at? So we're at the beginning of May. So probably over the next 6 weeks, you'll see a bunch of different publishers, a bunch of different developers doing sales. And then what they'll do is get ready to have all their sales done before they get to the summer sale. Then they'll put everything on sale again. So they're kind of like double dipping, right? In that way, I guess you'd say that. Where they're like, hey, we're going to get the sales before it because we're going to put things on really cheap. Then we're going to get all the sales for the summer sale, which is normally really big. It's probably, I think fix my chair here. There we go. It's probably the biggest sale of the year outside of the winter sale. I think the summer sale is still the biggest. Years ago, if you haven't used Steam, years ago, they would put things on sale and they would mark things down, and every day there'd be a game that was just super cheap, and it really drew a lot of people in. Well, they stopped doing that. And I guess that was probably around 2016, something like that. And they let, obviously the developers kind of just run rampant, put their prices at what they want. Like when I was publishing a game, I could go in, drop the one game to the deepest discount, which is like 92% off, I think, or 91%. And then, put the other games in the franchise, the three beyond that, at like 50% for one, 35% for the other one, 35% off for the other one, right? You could put whatever you want. If you wanted them all to be 92%, you could do that, completely off, and then you'd be looking at pennies. But I think the cheapest you can go, if I'm not mistaken, on Steam, is it 50 cents? 49 cents? I don't think you can go cheaper than that. I think there may be even actually too low. No, that might be correct. 49 cents might be it. Now, at one point, the Nintendo Switch, you could go for like pennies, and they were doing that. And Nintendo kind of stopped that because they knew they were losing money on the transaction. I mean, everybody's losing money on transaction if something's under $1.50 or something like that, right? Because you've got your payment processor that's going to take at least $1.30 or something of that nature. And then there's like 20 cents left over. And then you pay everybody out of 20 cents. You don't get a lot unless you're selling like millions and millions and millions and millions and millions of 10 to 20 cent items. But it was never like that. So some would do really well. I think probably when I would put a game on sale on Steam, it would probably generate 4x the amount of a normal week during the 1 week during the summer sale. So figure if you were making like $3,000 throughout a normal week, you would probably do like 12 to 15,000 during the summer sale if you were to drop it down. So imagine you take a game that's $8, you drop it to like 97 or 79 cents, and you make 4 times the amount. That's how many people are coming to the door at Steam. It's kind of nuts in that sense. It can really be pretty good for most. So, let's go ahead and get things ready. I do want to make one quick check here really fast, if you bear with me, because I want to make sure that everything's live. I'm seeing something weird where it's like flipping. It's like I'm jumping around on the monitor screen, which usually means like that's a Starlink issue. But this isn't a big deal, right? Because I record everything. I just wanted to make sure, like, if it's working, I'd love to see it working and make sure. Oops, sorry. Almost heard myself. Yeah, it's okay right now. I'm just going to look at YouTube. That's all I need to know is that even though it's kind of bouncing around, that it's still kind of working and functionally. Why is the title weird? It says The Weekly Factor episode 12, and everything else is telling me it's Weekly Factor episode 18. Give me one sec, because I'd rather have that correct as well out of everything, because now again, it doesn't really matter in the end. I mean, I get like X amount of people stopping in. I love everybody talking live and dropping in. Yeah, it says 18 here. I don't know where it's pulling this 12 thing from. It's right below my screen on Restream. I don't know what that is. Everything else looks correct to me. I see all the chapters. Anyhow, doesn't matter. But yeah, the summer sales, all that stuff, super massively positive for any company that participates and can get the attention, right? That was, I think for me to get like 4x the amount of sales, I was always I was kind of above the fold, which if you don't know marketing terms, like in digital world, above the fold is anything before you have to scroll down. So if you were to go into like the top action RPG genre, I was always in the above the fold section to get that many sales, right? Like 4 to 5x, something like that. So I think it was a combination of like price and just the game had like overwhelmingly positive ratings when I took it over, kind of thing. So it never had any issue pulling a crowd. So let's see. There are the sales There's sales going on Humble Bundle, which is a partner here, supports the channel. You've seen the logos and all that stuff. I think one of the games on sale is below, and I believe that is the only one that's on sale cheaper over on Humble Bundle than on Steam. On Steam, you're going to get like Titanfall. We're gonna talk about that. So let's go in and look at the games. So these are the games that were voted on this week, and you, the viewer, voted on them. And we'll start with a few of them. So so how this works, oops, I hit the mic. If you don't know, how this works is I go in and do a poll every day. So you go in and see the poll Monday through Friday on YouTube. So you got to be subscribed on YouTube. So that's the first thing to do. Click subscribe when you're watching this, either live or after the fact on demand. Click subscribe and then click the bell notification to get notified of all posts. And then you'll see every day at noon Pacific time, a post go up. It'll have 4 games on it. Those 4 games will be of varying reasonable decisions why they were picked. Either they're brand new, they are, I guess they could be on sale, they could be part of a big publisher sale, they could be getting an update or something like that, or just have some kind of popularity of why people want to see them. So definitely go in there, click on that to subscribe. You'll see that every day. You can vote. You'll vote 1 out of the 4. That one who wins will move into the week winners. So there's 5 days. So you have 5 winners. We show them here on Saturdays. That's what we're doing now. And then I pick one game out of the week it's either coming out or it's on sale or it was out the week before and we just didn't have time to talk about it, but it's a game that I wanted to kind of check out. So let's go through the games and see what was picked this week. So let me flip over here. I could be using the controller, but we'll just use the keyboard right now since I have it in front of me. You can see it's not charging, but I'm trying to charge the Xbox controller really fast. So this week, Slime Rancher 2. That was one of the games that was chosen. There was a big farming sale going on. There still is. So Slime Rancher's in there in the farming sale. So that's kind of what's going on there with that one. Lightyear Frontier, that's another one. That was on sale, and it's part of that. It's a brand new game, but it's also on the farm sale kind of thing, farming sale. You also have Lords of the Fallen. That's on sale this week as well. And that just got a new version update. I think it's version 1.5. Hades is on sale. Hades is getting ready to see its second game come out. Hades 2 from Supergiant Games, I think it is. I don't know if you know Supergiant. They're made up of an interesting group of people. I think one of the gentlemen that worked for them is Greg Kasavin. Used to be on GameSpot, as far as I remember. Remember GameSpot, the review stuff? I guess they're still around. I don't know if they are or not, but GameSpot was a big thing back, about, when he was on there, that was like Oblivion. He was there before that, but I remember him mainly for an Oblivion playthrough he did live when it launched. So that's Elder Scrolls Oblivion. And he was doing a marathon play of it when it first launched. And he ended up having to leave the building because I think the fire alarm went off in the middle of the night. So it was just kind of like it was very much the beginning of like live streaming. As we would know it for larger organizations, not necessarily for Justin TV and that, but he works there, I believe, or he did work there, and they have some interesting games, and Hades one of them, and then Hades 2 is coming out shortly. And then you got Titanfall 2. So Titanfall, part of the EA big sale that's going on. And then the game that I chose this week is When the Light Dies. The dev reached out. They wanted me to take a look at the game. It's another one of our favorite bullet hell, reverse bullet hell, however you want to say it, shooters. And I really like these. This one's got an interesting hook where it has to do with like being cold. So there's some survival-esque ideas in it, but it's still all about shooting enemies, getting experience, upgrading, building up your weapons, doing that over and over and over again. So I like that idea. So we'll take a look at that all the way at the end. But in terms of what got the most votes, everything got into the hundreds, I think. this week, so that's great. But I want to say Hades and Titanfall were the two games that got the most. So let's take a look at Titanfall first, and we're going to do that on the Steam Deck. We're on the Legion Go right now. I got to plug the Legion Go in. Whoops, I hit the screen. So we're going to let it charge. I think we're going to hope that the controller's charged enough. And for whatever reason, it doesn't want to charge through the dock. So we're just going to attempt to charge it this way. So let's switch over to the Steam Deck. And Steam Deck's powered off. So give me a sec here to power it back up. What a week. Yeah, it's been busy. I don't know. I took on my first client, social media, and it's doing this weird refresh thing. I don't know what that is. It's like something's broke on their storefront, but it's actually my end. I think it's like Starlink or something like that. Starlink has issues with everything. And I'll talk about that in a minute. But yeah, I started with my first client. They have these 6 locations here in Seattle and did about 40 hours of work going through and checking all their analytics, doing a review of their social media side and everything. It's been busy. So finally got all that done, got the budget approved, met with the client, and yeah, everything's good to go. Everything's kicking off Monday. Actually, a post went up. If you haven't heard, there was a zebra on the loose in Seattle. Well, there was 4 at one point, and it was close to Seattle. This is North Bend, which is like a really far out suburb, like where Index is like a really far out suburb. Index is not even part of Seattle. Neither is North Bend, but it's close to Seattle. And this trailer returned, I guess 4 zebras got out and took off. And once they take off, they're hard to get, I guess. So eventually they were able to get 3 of them. And there's been this one called Z, I think. And Z has been on the loose everywhere. And it became a meme where you were seeing people put like the zebra on everything, like the Mariners and the Starbucks, and everybody had posts about it. So I did a post for them over the weekend for like Instagram and Facebook that went up, and it was kind of funny. So it was just trying to catch on to a hype train, right, as always. So that was kind of fun. So that'll be interesting to do. So I've got that going on for the foreseeable future, and hopefully I'll get a few more clients. I would love to get some in the gaming industry. I've done it myself, so I know how to do it. I just for games, right, publishing and stuff like that. But we shall see. This is not part of the gaming industry. It's part of the hair industry, or the personal care, spa services, hair industry, I guess. I don't know. Let's see. So we are on the Steam Deck. We're going to take a look at Titanfall first. So let's make sure the controller's connected. That's the big thing, because I just plugged it in, so I need to hopefully get it to connect. Steam Deck's a little bit weird because you can do it through Bluetooth as well, which I'm wondering if that might be the ticket here. Nope, it connected. Didn't it? No, it's actually running. For some reason, it's running the Legion Go for, I don't know why. Hang on. Let's figure that out. Okay. We're going to do that. I'm going to press this button. I actually might need to do this through Bluetooth. I don't think the adapter works with the Steam Deck. I'm not 100% clear on that. Let's just do it through Bluetooth here. It should be pretty simple. I don't think there's anything it's going to go crazy about. There we go. Let's just grab you. I don't know if it's actually doing it or what. See, there's always something. It's not paired, I can tell you that. Let's see if it'll find it. It sees one here, and I'm wondering if this is it and it needs to be like deleted and then repaired. I bet that's probably it. Hopefully. There it is. Yeah, that was it. I only have like one that I use with everything. It gets passed around like you wouldn't believe. Okay, now here we go. let's see if we can jump in. I wish I could have, I'm going to stop the music here. If you could hear it, it was in the background. And I wish I could have my layout editor adjusted. I need to be able to see my audio settings. So give me one sec to see if I can fix that. There we go. Good. So now I can see the audio settings. Let's make sure that we've got audio on the Steam Deck. Yes, we do. Now let's try Titanfall. That was a little bit of a setup. That was a longer intro. I didn't plan for it to go that long. It's just been one of those things where with this audio, the way it has been, not been fun. But now we know how to handle that. Now it's like on to the next 10 issues that we're going to have. But let's see. We've got to get through the EA. So as you know, EA has a launcher. They won't give up on that. Like anything that's been around for decades, they want to, maintain control and be able to message everybody, but that's fine. Whatever. You can get around that, but it's not as good on the Steam Deck because Steam Deck's always a little bit of a pain to like work your way around the launcher, get the launcher to update. They must've just done an update and then, be able to start the game. It's just one of those things you have to deal with. Fallout figured this out. They fixed the Fallout 4 launcher, which they got rid of it completely, which is a much needed, what would you call it? Like a quality of life improvement. That's it. So for that game, right? Like get rid of that launcher, get it back to where you can just start the game up, start playing it. EA should do the same thing for Steam Deck. There's really, when you can't see anything, what the hell's the sense of having it? It's not that hard. They go in and do some updates to decades old games like we were talking about with their Command and Conquer series and stuff like that. They release 16 all in one day. They do things there. Why can't they do something for like Titanfall 2? It's not like they have to rewrite the game. They just have to get rid of the launcher or hide it in the background and just have it like auto forward because you're not going to be able to see anything anyhow. So it doesn't do any benefit. But it takes a little bit of time. Not arguing. I know it's expensive right now for companies that make billions of dollars a year. We don't want them to, struggle. God forbid that they got to hire one engineer to go in and fix this. Or just take somebody off another team for a half a day and make them fix it. That's all it is. It's not a hard thing. Now, we're back in the launcher, though. Okay, preparing. It's just really a hype mechanism, right? They're getting you excited about playing one of their titles. So they want to like dragged out the excitement. It's like I was telling my wife, like, I don't want to watch all of Fallout TV show all in one day. I want to drag it out for 6 weeks like it used to be, where you get a show like an episode a week or whatever, right? Like drag it out and force yourself to wait. I didn't go that bad, but my wife binge watches everything. Like in one day, like 20 episodes, she'll sit down and just blam, be done with it. And then she never watches TV the rest of the month. Right. Like, but me, I'm like one Fallout episode. I'm good. Next Saturday, I'll watch another one. I'm good. Next Saturday, I'll watch another one. Let's see here. So we are on 720 because we're direct capturing from the Steam Deck. We are going to do 16 by 9 because that's native, but it can do 16 by 10. So you do get full screen when you're on either the Legion Go or the Steam Deck Oled. If you don't know, both are the 16 by 10 ratio. So they're like 1280 by 800p, 1920 by 1200p, right? Instead of like 1280 by 720 and 1920 by 1080. I think everything else, we'll try it. Actually, let's just move things down to low. Let's just see what we can get running and then we'll bump it up. Because I did this with Slime Ranch. Was it Slime? No, it was Lightyear Frontier. I was like, oh, these can run them easy. Not really. You have to do your kind of normal, like start low, bring it up from there. Okay, so let's see. What else do we have? Texture streaming budget. Let's move that to low. Let's put it to very low. Ambient occlusion disabled. So we've got pretty much everything disabled here. Let's save that. And then I don't think there's anything else. So we'll do this and then we'll come back in and make some adjustments. So let me see if I can... I'm not even hearing it. I can see it's playing somewhere. I'm hoping you're getting... If anybody's watching. Just let me know if you're hearing the game audio. Because I am not hearing it. I'm going to try to fix that as we're sitting here watching this. Steam Deck, audio,
fast and agile.
global setting, audio monitoring device. It's got it as default. Hey, Treby. Thank you, Treby. Thank you. I figured you guys could hear it because I could see it moving. I just can't hear it myself. Now I can hear it. Okay. After I had to reset my entire machine before last week's stream, I'm still finding things that are just not working correctly. There's always something.
Experienced in deception and maneuver. Even overwhelming odds shift in their favor.
Oh, thank you for the subscribe. Thank you, man. Greatly appreciate it.
But what truly separates the pilot from all the grunts and machines of the battlefield?
This is
the bond.
it's an interesting game. You know, the original one, if I remember correctly, was all about kind of online. Well, it wasn't online, but it was like multiplayer, right? Like that was the crux of it. Like it was a multiplayer game. This brought in a story, a true story kind of thing. I'm trying to remember.
When linked to a Titan, a pilot can only
I think there's a boss battle quickly right in the beginning, like your first kind of boss that you're going to run into.
The frontier has been the only.
But the mechanic is jumping in and out of the mech, obviously, being able to traverse areas by your own power, like running on your feet, up on walls, things like that, and then the mech kind of like getting through its way. So there's some interesting mechanics that can play together.
Despite recent victories at Demeter and beyond, we have a long way to go before the IMC is defeated.
Well, we can skip over that. I just wanted to see, like, is the game running at 60 like the cutscene? So it looks like it is. Okay, we'll just skip through that. And again, we've got everything on low. I don't think that would affect the cutscene, but let's jump in and see how it does here. Because I did this game on the Steam Deck, the original Steam Deck LCD, and it ran fairly well. This is obviously the OLED that's running on right now.
We'll have to recalibrate it.
So we're getting 60 right now. I don't know if it's locked to 60. Let's take a look really fast. It is. Let's see if we can bump that up to like 90. And see if that will get to 90 for us. Don't know if it will or not. Kind of thinking that we would probably not going to see it do that. Oops. And up. This is the old school, like Halo. Controls are fine.
Good to go. Let's see how much you remember from last time. Setting the neural link. Not quite the same as a Titan link.
And that beeping is just when I have to mute.
Learn new skills. We need to be in the
I didn't know it actually was on the stream, so I got to figure out how to mute that beep. Okay. Yeah, this is pretty good, but it's still locked to 60. So is that the graphics or the capture card? That probably is. That's my guess. It's the graphics card, because the graphics card can only stream at 60.
There you go, up and over. Let's pick up the pace.
But I know it can do things otherwise. It can go a little bit above that when I'm playing. Maybe it's only when I'm streaming it locks it at 60.
Enhanced mobility becomes second nature.
I mean, it's moving just fine. We'll probably adjust some settings here really fast. Let's go in. So we got everything on low. Let's bump up the textures to medium. Let's do, I guess we'll do the shadows. We'll leave those on low because those are usually a little bit of a tougher thing. Let's move models up to medium, effects medium, well, effects low, ragdolls medium, model draw distance far. Let's just see what we get with that.
Beautiful, isn't it?
Nice solid 60, at least in the tutorial.
This is where I grew up.
Oh yeah, that's right. You gotta wall run.
Make sure you
I think you have to like run. You can just run into it. You don't have to jump. Yeah, kind of. That looked really bad, but yeah, kind of.
stay low.
The game plays pretty fast. Now this was up against like Mirror's Edge. I don't know if you remember, if anybody remembers Mirror's Edge, but that was a kind of traversal-esque action game. I think it was almost a parkour style. But yeah, the parkour, traversal, and all that was pretty fast-paced. It was kind of moved really fast, so it was kind of funny that these two went up against each other. I did it because they were on sale.
Find on the field.
I was like, you know, people are probably going to want to be able to play or check out games that are on sale. Let's see about this game. Gun. Yep. And what other games? So there was, this was up against, oh, to reload. What did I say? So this was up, Titanfall was up against, oh, Alice Madness Returns. I think Burnout, Paradise Remaster, and then what was the other one I just said? Oops, let me get this one. Mirror. I can't think of it. Okay, I'm pretty good with this. There we go. Not bad. Do we choose? Oh, we gotta choose a different gun. Let's do that then. Yeah, I mean everything's kind of running just fine. Let's do video. Let's try to bump this up to high then. Let's just see what it'll do with the everything set to high. We'll leave far, very far. I mean, this is a, what is it? 8-year-old game? Sound right? I think it sounds right. I can't remember when it actually came out. Okay, let's do ambient occlusion. Let's do some sampling. Dynamic VSync. Oh, it could have been VSync. Is that what was stopping it? Let's turn that off. Maybe that's what was causing that. Yes, that's what it was. VSync was, I didn't know VSync was on. So that was causing us to be stuck at like 60, but. So now we're at 92 with everything here. It won't be more than 60 though on your stream. So it's going to still say like YouTube 60 or whatever, whenever the video's done. All right. Yeah, not bad. So then let's just do the final test. Crank it all the way up to everything here. So we'll leave VSync off. Very high would probably be the max. Maybe. That would be high, very high, very high, very high. Very far is the highest. High. Now this is everything. The guns look really weird though. Look at those. Like from far away, they look really funny. That's still 90s. Yeah, so you can crank this thing 100% on the Steam Deck Oled. And, you know, again, older game. Not going to really shock anybody. Run the pilot's gauntlet. Advance time is 2 minutes. I don't need to do 2 minutes. Oh. He doesn't shoot me, so...
The gauntlet is where we practice those skills until they're second.
Okay, let's go. That's what I remember. The game is really fast-paced and can be really fun. That was horrible. There we go. I don't remember the multiplayer, though, being really fun. I played it a few times. but it wasn't something that like really caught my attention. Although, I don't know, maybe I was wrong. Seems all right. Oh, let me go. There we go. Am I supposed to catch up with this guy, or is he always in front of me? Okay, he's always in front of me. Oh, oh, I see the finish. Did I lose points? I did. I think we'll still make it. We won't be like breaking records here. I love that wall running. Okay, good. So we can see like the first. We can at least save. I think there's going to be the ability for us to save here and then be able to pull it up on the Legion Go. I think so. Let's try that. That's going to give me like 25 seconds. Okay. Do we have to... How do we get out of this?
You'll be on your way to being a real pilot. Go ahead and run the gauntlet as much as you want. When you're done, I've got something special to show you.
Okay, that's what I want you to do. Show me. Okay.
All done with the gauntlet?
Yes. I am ready to see what next.
Good. You're gonna like this. It's time you learn the other half of being a pilot. The Titan. Let's go call one in.
Aren't pilots the only one allowed to do that? It's about time. I'm ready.
About time. I'm ready.
That's the spirit. But first, we're gonna need a little more space.
So, I mean, obviously we're seeing this doing so well on here. I think that we're going to be able to easily see the same thing. Oh, do I have to call it over?
Titan chassis we designed ourselves. One we didn't have to steal from the IMC. Go ahead, Rifleman. Call on your first Titan.
How do we do this? Call your Titan. Press down.
Look up to the sky. There he is.
It's so bright I can't see. Is it HDR? I'm curious
All right,
if it is.
Rifleman. Sounds like it's
Let me
about
just
to
see.
hit. I'm pulling you out.
No, it's not. Well, it's not HDR because the card's not supporting it. I'm wondering. Could be HDR.
He'll be ready to go. Trust me. Yes, sir.
Oh, I'm already in the thing.
Heads up. They're killing us. Trying to, anyway. Good session in there. You'll get the hang of it someday.
Oh, I guess I might
We'll
have
make a
skipped
pilot
over it.
out of you yet, Rifleman. But not today. No time.
Lastimosa.
Alright,
You son of a
let's
bitch.
get through
See you
this.
down there.
We're going to see a new planet today. Maybe even die on it. See you down there, Rifleman. Good luck.
It's cool that you just like sitting right in the center.
Get your ass out of the Simpod, Cooper. Meet at the dropship.
All right, well, I'm just a lowly grunt, I guess. I think we'll be fine. We'll just do like regular and be able to show it. We don't have to like die. But let's just see what it would look like when we're fighting. See if we can kind of hold that 90 frames per second. And then we'll jump over to the Legion Go, give it a try. And it's still like doing some weird stuff with the charging. I don't know what that is. I'm going to restart it while we're doing this. Everything else seems to be holding. It seems like it. All right, let's jump down. So 136, 137 on nothing. Respawn. They did what? Respawn was one of the Call of Duty devs? If I'm remembering correctly. All right. It's almost like Helldivers. Okay, that just reset, so... I don't know what the deal is, why it's not wanting to charge. Maybe the one port went bad. I hate to start unplugging things just because we get issues left and right, but I am curious why it's not charging from that top port. But it's showing the audio, or the video. Maybe it's the dock, because I plugged it in and it's doing just fine on the top port. So let's try this again.
Mark 8 light phone. Medical activated. Occupant militia rifle.
Yeah, I think the port died.
Cooper.
Nope, now it's charging. Okay, good. All right, let's get out. Let's do some shooting.
Temporary side effects. Nausea. Dizziness.
Come on. No, we didn't arrive in a mech. We arrived in just like a little drop pod, right? Yeah, that's all it was. Okay, now this is a little bit different. So we're at about 60. What was that thing that came flying through? '70s, '60s. I mean, honestly, that's not bad. I'm gonna stand up and just get shot left and right. Horrible at games. Horrible at games. Okay, they are gonna kill me. They got him. Okay, cool. Well, that's crazy. I don't know what happened. We just saw a crash. Let's see what the Steam Deck does here. How elegantly it handles this. Did it crash the Steam Deck altogether, or did it just... The controller's still vibrating, so something... That was a hard one. That was like right in the middle of... Yeah, and it like locked the Steam Deck up. So, let's reboot this. And how you do that, if you just got a Steam Deck or you're new to them, you just, like if you get a lockup like that, just press and hold that red button for like 10 seconds. And eventually it will go into like a safety beginning mode setup. It doesn't go into safety mode, but it just reboots. And then you press your power button just once, just tap it, and it'll restart. There we go. Should be coming right back up. Yeah, that was unfortunate. It was running pretty smooth. I mean, we were getting 60 frames per second, but if it's going to crash. Now, this one is it's playable. It's playable. Isn't that correct? I don't believe it's verified, but let me just check. And I'll verify myself. There we go. It is saying that Titanfall 2 is playable. So, yes. And the issues that you have is the on-screen text doesn't necessarily fit appropriately, or is maybe a little hard to, read. And you may have to invoke the keyboard automatically. Well, I thought the text was just fine. So, I don't know. It is one of those ones, though, where you do have to have an internet connection for the first time that you run it. That's because of EA. But after that, you shouldn't have any problems. Should fire up on or offline, which is good. Obviously, you can't play multiplayer or online multiplayer without online, so you would have to be online for that. So we get to go and be hyped up again by the EA launcher, and hopefully it's not as long of a hype as it was before. Still would love to know what caused that. I don't know. It didn't feel like, I mean, it's warm. Warm air is coming out, but it comes out on every game. It didn't look like it was using crazy resources. Could have just had a crash. Hopefully we were able to save. We don't have to do the tutorial again. We can jump just straight into the game. And then we can quickly look at it, jump right back over to the Legion Go that's now working correctly. But we do need to get to to it to kind of get the show moving forward. So let's just continue. Hopefully it puts us right back on the planet and we can see if we can get past that part where it crashed. That would be ideal. In the meantime, I'm going to see if I can make the Legion Go connect to its controllers. So we're ready to jump over. Okay, we're right back here. The robot shooting gallery. Let's drop that out there. We're still running at 60, so it's not like... And the CPU is like 33%. GPU's running a little high. You know what it could possibly be is that the streaming video RAM that we've allocated is 6. We may need to drop that down to 4 because I think 6 is like we're hitting the ceiling on the Steam Deck.
This is Captain Lastimosa. I got a fix on your location.
Well, we got past that part. Whoa. Ooh, I stepped on it. Is that our guy or their guy? Well, that's our guy.
Cooper, you're in bad shape. Hold on. This might knock you out. You should be okay when you wake up.
Lastimosa, hostile Titans
A
inbound.
little bit of extra go juice.
Mercenaries. Stay down, Cooper. BT, let's go.
That's crazy. He just kind of jumped right in. The robot caught him. Oh no. He put up a valiant fight. Props to him. Okay, can we skip? No, of course not. I think we're fine now. We've seen like a little bit of the battle. I mean, obviously, there's a lot of things we can lower, especially that video RAM streaming if we really needed to. So I think that might be ideally better suited to like 4 gigabytes instead of 6. But we've got everything on high and we're pulling like 60 frames per second, and it really didn't dip too much below that.
Got a job to do, eh? We make corpses, we don't clean them up. Let's go.
Okay, so maybe they're going to leave me alone and I can go suit up. Lots of waking up in this game. Whoa. Things like, that's my meal. Oh, look, the robot's waking up. All right, good. We can scoot over there, maybe. Hey, I'm right here. Don't follow me. Whoa! Hold the captain.
BT, transfer authorization to new pilot. Link, Bravo Tango, 7274. Cooper, take my Titan.
I think we're fine now.
My helmet in my
It doesn't seem like there's any crashing right here, so let's get in the robot. And then let's move over. So hopefully that's saved right there. That's what I'm kind of hoping. Resume. Oh, we just bury them on the planet. They don't even come for the bodies anymore. We just put them on the planet. All right. And you know how hard it is to bury somebody in solid rock? Look at that. Everything here is like solid rock. And we buried him on rock. Okay. Let's stop here. Let's jump over and see if we can get to this point on the Legion Go. And to do that, let me plug our controllers in. Actually, I need to end. See, this is the launcher kind of sitting in the background there. And it won't let me end the game. There we go. Kind of have to force close it. Now, let's flip over to the Legion Go. Take a look at the exact same game, Titanfall 2. There's our controllers. Now, I'm going to disconnect those so I don't have to stretch in some weird layout with my arms. And we're just going to use the, I don't know, the Joy-Cons. That's the best way to say it. It's like the Nintendo Joy-Cons. I mean, they're a little, I don't know if they're more advanced. They've got like a mouse cursor on them, but in general, they seem a little bit more advanced. Now, what's going to happen here, and this is more or less not the device's fault, not necessarily EA's fault. This is more like the way Steam handles this on Windows with their big picture mode, which is what we're trying to launch it in. It's trying to launch the game, but the game's getting stuck behind. It's out of focus, right, for the screen. So it's like behind the Steam launcher or the Steam big picture mode. So you got to kind of like swipe up from the bottom, tap on the game icon. And at this point, we've got to kind of put it into full screen mode. So we got to go into video. We need to move it to 16:9. So 1080p, yes. Full screen, yes. Let's see if we can do that. My guess is it's going to... And we're just going to do high, so we're not even going to worry about it. Yes, keep that resolution. Oh, we're on the wrong resolution. That's why. Move it up to 1920 by 1080. There it is. But it's got us like it's stuck in windowed mode. So what we're going to have to do is probably relaunch. So let's try it one more time. It's a little bit of the headache. I think once you get it set up, and you don't change it on any other device. So what happens is I had it all set up on the Titanfall 2 on the Legion Go. I launched it on Steam Deck OS, made changes, and kind of threw it into like new settings. And then it was like, well, I've got to do these new settings. I can't be full screen because I was like full screen windowed over here. So I think it just got a little bit confused when it tries to sync what it wants to be set up as, but still not giving us full screen. Wonder why that is. It's kind of sticking to that 16:10. The trick here is if you've got a keyboard handy, just hit Alt and Enter and see if we can get. Let's try it one more time. Apply. Alt or window, is it Windows Enter or Alt Enter? I can't remember. Oh, it should give us that. Nope, it's not doing it. Shift and Enter. Nope. It's not allowing us to get out of this windowed mode. And I think that's because the launcher's kind of doing something for it. Okay, it did put us right here. Let's see if we can get this thing to go full screen, because I don't like the windowed mode. It's kind of disingenuous here. Why is it... It could be that if we launch it from the desktop, we'd get windowed mode, because I had, or you get full screen. I had it full screen earlier today. I don't know exactly why it's stuck this way. But usually we can figure it out just by doing some troubleshooting. It could be just backwards world and we got to put it on windowed and then it'll be like, oh, you wanted it on full screen. Okay. Let's try this one more time. So, HUD options, we don't need that. Full screen. Keep resolution, but it goes down to like lower resolution. So weird. So strange. Keep resolution. Let's do windowed. Nope, no windowed. Yeah, I don't know what the issue is. I've played it with full screen just fine. But now it's got it with this window that it's stuck on. And if I try to go Alt Enter, it doesn't work. Let me try with the mouse. Alt Enter, nope. Nope. Nothing. That's so weird. I don't know why it's doing that right now. I guess what we can do, because it's hard to show without unplugging it. I don't want to do that really right now, but you can play it in full screen where there's no black bars or anything like that, or Windows. What would you call that? Like Windows banner or Windows tab kind of thing. I don't know what's got it into this state, but yeah, it's so odd. Let's just do 16:9, 1080p, and then full screen. We'll call it good. We'll go back and we'll just go ahead and see how it plays. But know that when you're playing on the device, you can get it full screen. I don't know what's causing the issue here. Why that it's not going full screen, at least full focus, right? Where there's no tab or anything at the bottom. Sorry, this is part of the problem of running social media. You get everybody's likes. And I think I need to turn that off, the notifications off in Chrome. So, well, this is getting set up. Let me see if I can do that, because that's annoying. And that is, I don't even know where that is. Like once you enable notifications, you can never turn them off, it seems. Passwords, history. Sorry, one sec here. Let me make sure I can kind of figure this out. Oh, settings. Notifications. They just don't have a place where it just says like here. You got to go into like settings, system. It's random. Well, I don't think I can find it right now. So I'm not going to waste time on it. We'll just deal with it as they come. There'll be another thing to put on the checklist. Oh, we need give me one sec. Let me see if I can bring up our performance monitor. Usually without it being like on full screen, it won't do it, but let's just try. It's turned off right now. Yep, there it is. And let's see if it'll register. FPS, if you can't see it though, is down in the very left-hand corner of the game. So it's like 71, 73, 74. This is all from EA. Or sorry, from Steam. The problem is you can't...
Insufficient power.
Okay, come on, man. Insufficient power. So I gotta find power.
Insufficient power.
Acquire a way to charge the battery. Okay, let's run down here. But I'm seeing at 1080p, I'm seeing higher resolution or higher frame rates at higher resolution with this device. So it's nice and positive. Wasted a clip and he threw me off the edge. Yeah, we're getting into the 90s, 100s. Let's try it without dying. And not being against there. There we go. We need the charger. Oh, they killed me again. Gonna have to kill him from the other side, I think. Oh, they look like they go down every time. And then they're killing you. Okay, no weapons. Oh, I saw a weapon. There's a weapon. Because I think I'm out of bullets with the main machine gun. There he is. Just peeked his head up. And he made it across, didn't he? Yep, he died. Oh, that was cool. This is what we needed, right? Helmet. Still going up here. But yeah, I mean, 100 frames per second, and we're at like essentially, HD resolution. So I don't think you have to worry about the performance. I mean, we could always lower things down a little bit, try to like give maximum fidelity to the game, but I don't think we'd have to.
Militia intruders, this is General Marder of the Interstellar Manufacturing Corporation. You're in violation of...
Where's he at here?
I'm offering you a brief amnesty.
Oh, there's an edge. Up. Just fall off the whole thing. Oh, I can't get... Oh yeah, I can work my way up.
Who's giving the orders? Let's get it first, General Marder. Us grunts get paid the same either way.
I guess we're just going up and up.
That thing in the mountains goes online. You think it's true? Texas saying about it. Do I look like a bloody adult to you? But if it is true, then the militia are going to have a very bad...
All for a charger. Are these our guys? They are. Damn. Oh no, they're not our guys. I don't even know who these guys are. I didn't... They were robots before. Are they our guys? It seems like really odd. Okay. We'll pretend they weren't our guys. Nice. I mean, that's a lot of it. You just run up and you smack them. Oh, it fell off. Anyhow, I think we're running just fine. So we can probably jump out of... I don't want to dwell on it too much. Let's go ahead and jump out of Titanfall. There's not going to be any issues here. Plenty of room to move it down, but we're playing well over 70, 80 frames per second at high settings. So I think we're good. Jump over to the Steam Deck. The next game is a problematic game. And let's go ahead and take a look at Lords of the Fallen. So Lords of the Fallen has been really good across the board. It's not super horrible, but in general, it's not horrible at all. But in general, it definitely needs some optimization, it looks like, or I don't even know if they can do anything else to get it to run better. It doesn't run at 60 frames per second. It's like a Dark Souls game, so that's kind of a difficult position to be in if your game's not doing that. On this device, I mean, it's not a difficult position for the company, but like on the device as an owner of a Steam Deck, it's, you want to play it, but, you're not going to get the optimal experience as you would on a larger gaming rig. Hopefully there's not a ton. It's probably going to have to do shaders, so we'll see. Is it now officially getting warm in my office? It was nice and cool most of the day, but since we're in here, we're running all the machines, the lights, everything else, me generating heat, so it's starting to get a little warm. I'm going to try to tough it out so we don't have to turn the air conditioner on, which would be really loud. I wonder if we can just turn the fan on. Let me try that.
And so was formed the hallowed sentinels. Our duty being to stand vigil for signs of his return.
It kind of sounds loud, but I think I have noise cancellation running on the microphone. It's not, when it's just running the fan, it's not super loud. It's not as loud as the air conditioner running. But you might still hear it in the background. I can feel the relief right now. It's not bad. Shaders are compiling. That's what I was going to say. I bet there's shaders. Hopefully it doesn't take too long. I think they've got this game. So Titanfall 2, for anybody that does... Oh, that didn't take long at all. It's Titanfall 2 that we just played. If you don't know, it's on sale for... What is the sale price for Titanfall 2 right now? It's $4.79 through May 13th. So that's like 84% off. It's normally a $30 game. And I don't know if that actually gives you... That's the Ultimate Edition is what it says. So with the Ultimate Edition, you end up getting all the DLC. Now also, I'm an EA member on there, so I'm wondering if I get a discount on the purchase as well. That's hard to say. It could be $4.99, and it's just $4.79 because I get a discount or something like that. Okay, let's see here. So now we're playing Lords of the Fallen. This one we'll talk about what it's on sale for, but 720p, VSync's on. Let's turn VSync off. HDR we can leave off because we're not going to be able to see it because I'm not running it in like the right codec right now for the stream. We'll leave it unlimited, and then let's switch over to graphics, and then everything over here, yes, supply, is on low. So the lowest of the low. But I thought they also enabled... Give me 1 second to look here. Calibrate. I thought they had enabled some extra settings, but I must be wrong. Motion blur can stay off. Okay, let's just go with this. And let's see what we get. Now we're a little bit further in to where I've done a real view video of this, you know, the top-down view with the gloves and everything on the Steam Deck Oled, I think. But I think I got further. I think I got further in the game. So now we're in the little town above. Now, obviously, this is the lowest of low settings. Some things aren't going to look amazing, but it gets us close to 60 at some points, but then it'll drop down into the mid-40s. So that's something to, if you are looking at this game, be aware. Whoa, 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 what was that thing? Holy, bro, what is this? I saw it. Oh, there's two of them. Roll, roll, roll. Now look at how ugly that is. Where you can see the, what you can see there. Did I die just from like jumping off that little cliff? What? Oh, I had to go this way. You can kind of see how ugly that is when you're looking at like the fringe around. Oh, that's right. They have this little mechanic where you can move between worlds. What's the last time you get a free shot here, dude? Uh-oh. He's brought friends. Let me at least try to deal with these guys. And then we can talk a little bit more about the game. But in general, you can see, like, it looks really pixelated around my character's, like, outline. And I want to say that's maybe... It's maybe a resolution scaling issue. But I'm not sure that they have any resolution tech on here, so... Let's just take a look at the settings and we'll figure this out. So, hey, how are you? Is it Static Hoey? Welcome. I want to offer a promotion to the channel. Oh boy. No, that's all right. Appreciate it. Yeah. It's refrain from the long messages. Let's see here. So, yeah, I don't think there's any, like, resolution upscaling. It's just because we're running the low graphics settings. And if we move it up any, I guess we could try to shoot for 30. Nobody wants to play it like that. You know, that's the problem. That is really the problem there. Let's see. Let's do this. Let's see if we can turn on... Well, VSync wouldn't help us in this scenario. Calibrate FPS unlimited. Yeah, I want to say the only thing that we could do is kind of play it this way. If you wanted to get close to 60, this is the best you can get. If you want to play it a little bit less than 60, you can. Like, considerably less. And you might be able to get a better picture quality, and you might be able to do that with, like, high settings. Everybody's getting a free hit on me. Oh. And I chose high and locked it up. Nope. Loose. Okay. There we go. So, not as bad. Jeez. Still there. Still, like, looks like it's using an upscaler. Because you kind of get that screen door effect when they're too close. But what did we put that on? We put that on high, right? And that's given us... No, it's still on low. That's why. Okay, hold on. Confirm. And then A to set it. Yes, so now it's on high, right? I think. Let's just verify this. Yes, it's all on high now. A little bit less of that. Still not great, though. Let's just take this guy out. Done. Can roll. Gotta have better timing. Try to take these guys out. We'll go just down the road here. Oh, come on. Oh, come on. Not doing the greatest. Oh, we're in that other realm, so you get that second chance. There we go. Recover vigor. Now, we should be able to find a spot here where we can flip back over, I think. Emerge from it. There we go. Now we're back in the real, well, I don't know. The real world versus the other area. The metaverse or whatever in the hell it is. I mean, on high, you're getting like above 30. Probably medium, you might be able to lock it into 40 frames per second. But if you put it on the lowest of the low, the best you can hope for is to kind of bounce between like upper 40s and mid to high 50s. That's all I can guess. All right. Let's jump over to the Steam Deck, or to the Legion Go, and see what it can do beyond the Steam Deck's capabilities. Because again, a little bit more newer, higher end processor.
I've given you more umbral guidance than I ever had.
Okay, let's see here.
From now on, find your own way and stay out of mine. I've given you more umbral guidance than I ever had.
Okay, he's not helping us. He's gatekeeping. Okay, here we go. Up, up, up. Now in HDR, this would look really nice. Oh, is this the dragon thing? It is. Okay. I thought I was further. I'm not farther in this, I don't think. We'll just get a look at this cutscene. See if we can't then jump over the Legion Go.
By your radiance, grant me the strength to continue to endure these.
Wow. No, this isn't the dragon guy. I think there's a dragon that shows up. Oh my god, we couldn't even like start the battle. Just walked in. Okay. That was really slow. Wow. 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 I haven't played this in a while. Okay, let's so we're getting like again 30s because we're on high. Let's jump over the Legion Go. Let's see what we can do on 1080p and see what we can get in terms of frame rate. But I've got to close this game out first to be able to jump over. So let's do this. We'll exit game. Hopefully we'll start kind of in the same area. There we go. There's our Legion Go. Now I'm having to disconnect the controller every time. The reason why is unlike the Steam Deck, or sorry, not the Steam Deck. Unlike the Nintendo Switch, these do not wake the console up when they're like just sitting around. If you ever owned a Switch, you can tell that where you just grab like if they're just laying on the counter, you can just grab the Joy-Cons, press the home key, the system powers up, you start playing. It's not like that with these. These do not do that. At least mine don't. You have to like have them on the device, take them off the device. Then at that point, they're synced for 10 to 15 minutes, maybe 10 minutes, until you have to like reboot them. And you could reboot them for a while. Or sorry, not reboot. Then you have to plug them into the device to get it to recognize those controllers. Sorry. And again, I'm not sure if this is hiding behind the Steam user interface on big picture or not. But we've got it working, so let's see what we can get with this. Now again, this will be at 1080p. We'll see what we can do. We'll put everything to low, put it on 1080p, see if we get more out of it than we would on the Steam Deck, which it might be possible. Okay. Settings. Graphics. So let's just set everything down to low. Okay. With motion blur off. It's off. Okay. Confirm. What else did we... Oh, the resolution. I'm trying to think. Resolution 1080, 1920 by 1200, but we want to switch that. Oh, you know why. I know why this thing is not doing it. Give me 1 sec. It's because it's what I believe is that normally I don't have the screen on and I'm looking at it and it's turned on the Legion Go. And I think that's what's causing the issue here. So let me see if I can adjust that. So we'll make the main monitor here the main display. And then, how do we go about this? Let me exit out. Just apply changes. We'll exit all the way out. I think this is why we're getting it to where it's not filling the whole screen, because it's still trying to do all the work over on the screen on the Legion Go as well. Did I make it mad? I did. All right, we gotta force close it. There we go. Now, let me go in. Give me 1 second to adjust some of this. I'm going to put it on me, but it's just going to take a second to go in. I'm just going to tell it to not show it on any other screens. And hopefully that'll fix that issue why everything's being windowed and I can't get it out of there. I think that might be it. I'm not 100% sure though. Okay, display settings. Mirror or extend. Oh, show only. So let's do it that way. Okay, keep. Identify who's got what. So this is on number 2. So I only want it displayed on number 2. Now, that might have fixed what we were trying to do. So let's go ahead and keep that. Go ahead and delete that or just get out of it and load Steam back up. Okay, now I think we're good. I think. I didn't notice that before. Kind of was one of those ones where it was just like acting really strange. And I looked down and like everything that I'm doing is on the screen here at the same time. So it was duplicating the screens instead of extending them or just showing only the one. So let's see if that fixed our issue with it being full screen. Once we're done with this, we can jump into probably Hades, I guess, or Slime Rancher, one of the two, probably Slime Rancher. Hopefully this is correct. I hate sitting around trying to guess what the problem is. Yes, it looks like it's fixed. But we need to get it up to 1080p instead of 720p. So slow. Okay, settings. 1920 by 1080 limiter, calibrator, quality. Now we've got weird. Okay, we didn't get options to do this on the Steam Deck. Did we? I didn't remember it. So now we can actually throw this thing into performance. I didn't see it on there. Maybe they don't have it. Maybe they don't offer it on the Steam Deck. I've seen certain, ways that they program for the Steam Deck or have their game built. They either support things, and not just EA, any company, or they support it with something special like Fallout did, where it's just like one setting for everybody, or you have to go find all the individual items, right? Like that'll benefit you and change all the settings. Yeah. And try it, right? Do the trial and error, or take the one that they default to. So let's go ahead and continue. I don't know which continue spot this will put us at, but I'm hoping that it's maybe where we were in that like decrepit village, and then we were trying to get to the... Nope. It put me right where I was dying. Great. Get to relive it twice. Yeah, and see that FPS counter up on the left-hand side, upper left, is not working again. That thing just drives me nuts. It works sometimes, then it doesn't work. Then they're like, oh, reload the BIOS, do this, do that. I mean, you shouldn't have to do that to get it to work. So I just use the Steam one. If you wonder why the Steam FPS counter is always in the bottom left. Oh, good shit. Okay, I think we're good. Ooh. Okay. Saw that guy. I was more focused on him. Like, we're gonna take him out. Oh, I'm stuck. Okay. Scoot around him. I need to get my parry and repost back. Oh, man, another dude out of nowhere. Nope, I took the shield off. That was the wrong thing. And I know there's a guy right behind me. I'm out of healing potions. There we go. Okay, let me see if I can block his next attack. Kind of blocked it, but I need to, like, stun him. He got me. Well, that's okay. We got him. And his next door neighbor, too. There we go. Now, go here. Re-heal. So what are we getting? 40s? And we're on low. Yeah, I mean... we could drop it to ultra performance. And then everything's on ultimate, ultra low kind of thing. We're getting 60 in here, but that's because we're inside of something. When we got to draw 50s. If it could hold in the 50s, I'd be kind of okay with it. I just don't know if that's going to happen. I do know it can do pretty well if you have like 4 characters kind of on the screen, 4 enemies. And I think that's mostly the maximum you're going to see through at least the majority of the game. Whoa, almost fell off. All right. Let's find our body. Oh, and we can beckon somebody. Yes, let's do that. Let's see if we can get him in our game. Now, this is a CPU. Oh, it crashed. I mean, unfortunately, what we were seeing probably lends me to believe like you don't want to play it at 1080p. You could probably get 60 frames per second if you went 1280 by 720. Let's go in and just verify that, and then we'll call it good. Unfortunately, it just crashed whenever we were trying to load in a CPU player to help us. I think it was CPU. Pretty sure. But that kind of threw it into some weird error. And we are playing at 30 watts, so that's like the max power that we can output on the Legion Go. That's why I'm saying I think your next move is to move it to 1080, or from 1080 to 720 on the device. You're going to lose some fidelity. You're going to have like everything set to low, but you're probably going to get over 60 frames per second. Let's just verify that. So we're going to go in.
After eons of tyranny,
Okay. Do quick shader loading. Shouldn't take long. And then we will drop it down to 720. Okay. Boop, boop. There we go. Confirm. Okay. Like I said, slightly lower quality, but if we want to run it at the best speed possible for the game without it doing frame dips, hopefully on swings, this is going to be it. So there's 84. It looks ugly. It's got a lot of go up here. We're at 78, 80s. No, we just came. There we go. I got turned around this way. Let's drop down here. There we go. Oh, that lighting's kind of doing something funky. The brightness is kind of down on it. I don't know what that's about. This is kind of the area that we came through. Oh, is that my lantern? Oh, if I was to use, right? It might show us the way to get to something, but anyhow, let's keep moving. Let's not look at that. Let's go back up to where we were. But yeah, we're getting 83, 70s. It's really dark in here. 60s, 70s. Look at all the fuzz, though, around the edges. That's 50s right there. So even at 720p, this game's still a little rough on the visuals. And man, it's kind of tough to look at. I think I would probably, if I have the Legion Go, I would probably suffer with like maybe increasing some of the settings, maybe having that variable like kind of slightly below 60 experience.
for my wayward brothers and
Okay, big boss here, or well, a boss with a massive sword, Sephiroth style. 50s, so we are, even though we're at 720, with all of the quality issues dropped, or all of the quality settings dropped to the lowest possible they could be, we're not getting not getting 60. Oof. We should have went and got that guy. I think he was over there. See if it crashed again, but it's okay. Oh boy. Shot me with an a energy bolt. Yeah, kind of rough looking. It's still not optimized right in the best possible way. Like they could probably they have a what is it? AS or AFL. What am I thinking? I'm thinking about different terms here, and I want to make sure. FSR, not ASMR. FSR. They could, if they're doing FSR 3, they could probably enable like frame generation as well, which they're not doing right now, as far as I could tell. This guy's gonna probably see me and come attack me. And we got it on ultra performance, but yeah, they're not enabling it. I'm just gonna kind of move my guy as far away as I can with this black box in front of me. I mean, the best possible area would probably be like it balanced, would make it look better. Not amazing, but better. And that right here is giving us 60s. So it's not looking as bad. Still, you can see the outlined edging on the guy being a little bit of an issue. Okay. I think... What if we go in and we do... I mean, obviously performance quality mode is going to be slightly better than that. We're still in the 50s, but it looks so much better at 720. Like, it's not 100%, but it's pretty good. I'm just horrible at this right now. I'm not playing it in the same way. I don't even know what, like, design I've built for my character. Or, like, what I've focused in on. Probably just, like, a sword bearer, kind of, like, action guy. No magic. And I'm paying for it. Okay, cool. Okay. Yeah. I mean, if you could go with under 60, I'd probably go with, like, either performance or either balanced or high quality or quality options for FSR 3. But realistically, they could be doing frame generation on FSR 3 and probably fix some of this. Doesn't look too bad, though. This looks much better. And like I said, it's kind of running okay. Let's get back up to our knight that, like, wipes us out every time. Burst through here. Even the fire, the butterflies or whatever, don't look as bad. So, yeah. I think we can go ahead and jump out of this and kind of say, like, not completely optimized, but not a bad experience if you do this. If you want to play at 60, it's going to look like a little rough. Oh, we're 40s, 50s. Okay. Kind of like focusing all around. I'm focused more on, like, what's going on here than I am on anything else. So yeah, like 50s. Okay, let's call it good on the Legion Go. Oops, we need to get out of the game first, and then we can jump over to Slime Rancher. Let's take a look at that. And that will start on the Steam Deck, and then we'll move down the road for that one. I think these streams are just going to definitely be stuck at like 3 hours. That's kind of what they're tending to be. I wanted to do them in 2 hours, but I think 5 games plus the game that I show, I think they deserve like a little bit more time, so that's what it's going to probably get it to. So, are we on Steam Deck? We are on Steam Deck. There's Slime Rancher 2. We haven't had any crackling issues. That's good. And everything's been running pretty okay. So that's good too. But do you know the one thing I'm not doing? I forgot. Is I'm not going through and using my timestamp issue or thing I built. Damn. It's right here in front of me. I could just be timestamping when we're switching, but then it'll be fine. I'll just go back in and manually do the timestamps. Okay, so Slime Rancher 2. Now, Slime Rancher 1 actually ran okay. I remember that, and then I think this was a long time ago. I think I got this through the dev, or through the publisher. So let's see, 1280 by 720, everything's disabled. So yeah, we're good to go. So we're pretty much on the lowest settings. That's all fine. Let's not do the tutorial. We just want to see the game. Again, I dragged these out a little bit, so we want to kind of speed it up on these other ones. Not that they're not important like everything else, but... So, Slime Rancher 2 is on sale as well. I think it's on sale. Let me look at that one more time. For $29. No, it's not on sale anymore. So it's just $29. That's the normal price. And this is from Monami. Is the publisher. Specifically, Monami Park. Okay, can we... we can't speed through it. I don't even know if I had a save. I might have had one. We just didn't load it. The adventure begins. Beatrix tightened her boots and readied her backpack. We gotta vacuum up some slime. There we go. So, yes, 30, 14, 36, 32, 38, 36, 37. Definitely not 60s. Industrial Man 96, thank you for subscribing. Welcome. How's your day? Let's see. So, I'm pretty sure we had everything. Oh, we have it on medium. No, I was wrong. I thought I had it on low. Okay. Master graphics. Let's drop it to low first. I don't think there's any settings for FSR now. Okay, now we're in the 40s, 50s range. 60s. Yeah, this is what I remember. Like I said, the original one didn't run too bad. And it's 60-ish. This is running really nice. Feels smooth. Even though it's not like locking to 60 completely. It's not doing too bad. I don't think we have any money. Well, we got some money, but not much. Let's just go find some slime. I think they're... Chicken? No. Oh yeah, there we go. Hen. We can shoot him out. So, it depends. It's not 60 everywhere. Okay, pink slime. And then they're kind of locked in there whenever you throw them in that bin. I think there's some over this way. outside it doesn't play too bad. Slime. Slime. And slime. Let's go through a couple of these guys in this container. Yep. And they just kind of hang out in there. So, yeah, I mean, 50s, 60s, somewhere in there. It seems pretty smooth outside. That's what I'd kind of expect. It's not super detailed. Let's see. So I think what we can do is probably put it right onto the Legion Go. Now there is some stuttering. Whatever that was. Maybe a loading transition for something. Nothing down there. But yeah, I mean, it's definitely playable. I think you're probably going to be able to lock it on 60 on the Legion Go. Whether you can do that with, whether you can do it with 1080p or you have to go 720p, that's going to be a question. There we go. Your rabbits go to. Nobody escapes. Alright. I think you can go through and just start firing these guys off, right? Oh, yeah. But you need them, I think, also to build. Okay. Yeah, I think we're good here. Let's, and for everybody's knowledge, this is verified. So even Steam says, hey, the 5060 resolution is verified. Which I always thought it was like 60, and then they would put like something on there saying like, you might experience less than desired results, but they never really do that too often, I don't think. It might be the publisher has to do it. Okay. Yeah, let's go ahead and jump over. I think it's good here. We've seen Steam Deck being able to run it. So, let's do save and quit. Quit out here. Let's jump over to the Legion Go. And let's grab our little Joy-Cons. Uh-oh. Where's the Legion Go? There it is. Wake up. Slime Rancher. Yeah, everything. I was just making sure it's not getting choppy or anything like that. Where that capture card's flipping out. Monami Park. And they did provide both keys, just so everybody knows. They had provided, but they were for videos I did a long time ago. I just figured, well, we'd take a look at, because I think, well, no, the game wasn't on sale, but it was in part of that Farm Fest week or whatever sale. Even though I don't think they had it on sale, like I said, but it was there. All right, graphics. We've got a medium. Let's drop it to, I guess you could go lowest on the Steam. Let's drop it to low. And we're still at 1080p. Yep. And let's go ahead and continue. There we go. Now again, because our FPS counter is screwed up on the upper left-hand side, look at the lower left-hand side. You can kind of see the FPS down there, and we're seeing like 50s, 60s. We're the same, essentially, frame rate experience, maybe a little bit better, but we're at a higher resolution, so we're getting better fidelity overall. And You know, that's the one benefit of the, oh, it must be filled up. That's the one benefit of the Legion Go is it does have that, I don't know what you'd say, it just does, it has that extra power with that Z1 that we can kind of go a little bit higher on the resolution and hold steady on it. We go back and dump these guys. We'll see what it looks like with a bunch of them in the pen. Yeah, 50s, 54. There's a little bit of a dip there. Oops. Oh, I thought I had to jump up there. Is it this way? No, it's back this way. Oh, it's through here. I thought I jumped down. There we go. Now let's drop the pink guys all in here. I mean, we could put everybody in there, I think. We're at about 47. Well, let's just put the rest of them in there. We're not really worried about what's going to happen in the game. There's the pogo fruit. I think they eat that. Yeah. There's the rabbits. Put these pink things in there. So that's a little bit more, and we're still at 47, 48. Yeah. I mean, I think that in this area, you're going to get... If you... Let's just do lowest. Let's just see what that does. Really wanted to... Inside of the... What is this? Like a... greenhouse? I don't know. Something that looks like that. Let's see. How bad do you look? Not bad. And now we're at like 59, 60 inside of here. With an occasion... Now, this is weird. Because this is not happening just on this game, but you do see the Legion Go kind of do these like stutter frames here every once in a while. I know they've been trying to address it. I don't know if they've ever fixed it 100%, but you do start to see things stutter just ever so slightly. And it'll instantly fix itself. So... It's nice and peaceful here. Yeah. But I think, again, we're pretty good. Even with... Oh, look. Some got out. Look at these guys. Get back in there. Too fat. I can't even get them. Can't even pick them up. I can drop them back in here, though, maybe. Yeah, they're all getting, like, really, really big. Okay. But yeah, I think, you know, we're in the 50s, even on the lowest settings. But if you wanted to, well, just check that. If you wanted to on this one, the benefit you get is we can drop it down to 720p. And now we're locked at 60. So that's the nice thing about the Legion Go. You can actually get it at 60 frames per second. Locked. How dramatic. Okay. Yeah, that looks pretty good. Both games, yeah, or both devices run it just the same. One at 720p, one at 1080p. Okay, let's jump out of this and let's jump over to let's do Frontier, Lightyear Frontier, and then let's do Hades. And then we'll end with, I just got to put these little wings back on this thing. And then we'll end with when light, was it when light dies? When the light dies. All right, so Frontier, Lightyear. We'll run on, it'd be nice if they had Vulcan, but We'll run it on DX11. That's fine. I do want to thank everybody that hangs out, watches these. This is just kind of something I do, so thank you for checking it out. I like doing the Saturday streams just to at least go through some games and talk about them. The poll voting and all that stuff does really well, and I want to give everybody something back for that. So you get a show that you don't have to see ads on if you watch the live show. And you get to check out some games. Now, I would like to start handing out some keys on the live stream, so I'm going to talk to some developers and see if we can get some of those for the folks that are here live. That's also another benefit. If you're not here, if you watch this on demand, you'll see ads, and obviously you wouldn't see any of the games given away. All right, Lightyear Frontier. Again, this is one of those ones that fell into the category of, like, it's a brand new game, and they are doing the Farm Fest event. Oh, it didn't say my one from the Legion Go, so give me 1 minute. I'm just going to type in, we'll call it Index World, and we'll load in. But yeah, usually I've got plenty of extra keys. So I think we'll start doing that next week. I'll start promoting it, letting everybody know, like, hey, if you join the live stream, there'll be Steam game keys to hand out. And we'll do that over a period of time. Doesn't have to be like all at once. There'll be enough. But yeah, the poll vote, like I said, does really well. We get 100 plus people voting on each one. That's a normal thing. And then I get decent views on the on demand. But Saturday might not be the right time, but it's the right time for me, kind of thing. So if folks can't join live, then they can at least check it out. And they do. I appreciate all of them and everyone. Ooh, 21 frames, 18 frames. It was doing much better on the Legion Go, but let's see if we can play around here. So we could definitely do the resolution scaling. We could do dynamic. Let's just let it do dynamic. Let's see what it does. I'd rather it just kind of go as many frames as possible. And then let's look at graphics. So we're on high. Let's drop it all the way down to low. This is high is just the default. I don't think it's the what they expect any of the devices to run it at. Low, low, off. Okay, let's see how that does. 40s. Much better. Not amazing, but much better. Now, we are like a mech robot kind of thing. Very similar to Titanfall. You can see a little bit of like the leaves, how they're like looking a little weird when I turn. They shimmer. That's part of that resolution scaling. Okay. '40s, 47. It's a nice open world. Looks pretty. Oh, there we go. Oh, I guess we're in our body. We're not in the mech.
Finally, I'm getting through. That was quite the tumble you took there. Luckily, your biometrics tell me
It was
you're
quite the tumble.
A-okay. But before anything else, let's put that mech of yours back in one piece.
All right, what do we have to do? We have to get you upright or Attach the mech arm. Okay, let's find the mech arm. Where'd it go? We'll just beat on it for a while. There we go. That's what we need. And this thing? Where does that go? Oh. Crotch level.
Now flip that sucker sunny side up and hop in. We've got a planet to explore.
Now, what are we getting? 60s? 60s in the mech? Nope, 40s. just 60s for when it was doing something. Like running its normal testing.
200 years.
Look at that grass drawing. Beautiful.
Up there in the sky.
Now, you could run it at 30.
Let's get you situated.
That's funny with that grass. It like really just stops in front of you. Let's make an adjustment. Let's just see. Can we get that grass to not like do that? Display. Draw distance is usually what we're thinking. That may be in graphics though. View distance. Let's go just frame breaking. Why not? Okay. Getting the grass to draw in so it doesn't just pop up ahead of us. 30 frames, 40 frames per second. That's, I mean, completely doable for this game. I don't think you'd need, it's not fast paced, I don't think. Oh, I can jump out of them and then get right back in.
It never ceases to amaze. That magnificent mech. Those high-powered tools. And even that ship of yours. The farm mech.
What, 40s, 45?
Such a shame that it got canceled in the end.
47. In the open world is probably going to be where you're going to have the most issues. Can we go in the water? Can we go down? Nope. Can't swim. That was not good. Got some slime. Oh! Does this scoop up the slime? Cleans it. This is like Mario Sunshine. I like it. And then you run out of water and you gotta go over to the water. How do you refill?
Hopping out for some fresh air.
Water too deep. Caution. Let's get back in. I would have thought like you could refill your water gun here. It's a light. Nothing. It's just water. Where's the ammo?
It always puzzled me why Earth was so quick to give up on
Water,
the farm
fertilize, or
Sending
water?
those probes out to the edge of the galaxy to scan for hospitable planets.
Oh,
That
there it was.
No small feat.
No, different weapon.
Desperate
Different weapon.
times, I suppose.
Yeah. It won't even like... I'm afraid to go... Yeah, if I go too deep, I'd just fall in. So it's not like that. There must be some way to reload the gun, I would imagine. From any water source is what I expect, but maybe not. Yeah, it doesn't seem like it does that. RB is like recycling or create. Don't know. Okay, let's jump over to the Legion Go. Take a look at that. See what we can get. Now, the Legion Go, I was getting actually better frame rate. Oops, I need to close that. Sorry, one sec. I was definitely getting a little bit better on that. So, let's get our little wings here. Go. The reason why, if you're wondering, I take them on and off, I think I said it earlier, is because these guys, unlike the Joy-Cons, go to sleep and they don't wake anything up. So if they're not like connected to the device, you'll lose the connection and then you got to reconnect everything. We just did Slime Rancher. There we go. you got to reconnect everything, start it, then disconnect them to be able to play them offline. So I don't know why they do that. They either have like really tiny batteries in them that are only going to last about 3 hours or 2 hours, or they're concerned. I don't know what they'd be concerned about with that. The battery would be the only thing, but it should work just like the Steam or the Nintendo Switch, in my opinion. Because they're cool. I mean, you just need like a little connector in the center. Then you could have a controller style. But they're a nice design. Oh, they're there, if you've never seen them. And they just pop on and off. All right, let's see. Settings. VSync's on. Everything else is set to auto. Well, dynamic resolution isn't even set to auto, but we're at 720p right now. And then graphics wise, we're on low across the board. But what I'd like to do, oops, I pressed the wrong button. What I'd like to do is put it in 1080p. So let's do that first. Well, it says it's at 2560, but we can just adjust the in-game resolution to 720p. If I didn't hit everything the wrong. Let's restart it. Go right back in. That was my fault. I'm just kind of clicking around and not actually like paying attention. I'm paying attention, but I'm clicking and I'm missing things. Title, let's see. There we go. Settings, display, and I think we got to go to full screen. Let's go up to 1920 by 1080, and we can lock that in. So now we're at the right resolution. There we go. The Legion Go, I think, is going to be fine. If I remember correctly, we were sitting at around 50s, 60s at 1080p, and it ran just fine. Oh, there we go. But we'll go through, we'll grab the mech, walk up the hill, kind of get an idea of like the open field. We'll turn it on so that we can draw the grass the whole way. Probably at 1080p with that grass though. Yeah, see, we're in the 40s, 50s. Same thing that we were before at 720p on the deck, on the Steam Deck Oled. There's 50s, 40s. Let's see, the grass is not bad coming down the hill, but here's where it starts to like really be noticeable of drawing in these big fields. But we're at 50s. So let's see. Settings, 1080p. Graphics wise, let's expand that draw distance again. We want to see what we can get. Okay. Brightness. Yeah, it's about right. So there, no drawing of grass in the 50s. Let's make quick work of this guy.
That was quite the tumble you took there. Luckily, your biometrics tell me you're A-OK. But before anything else,
and
let's
the
put that mech
crotch.
of yours back in
Or
one
whatever
place.
the hell it is.
Now
Okay,
put that
flip her up.
sucker sunny side up and hop in. We've got a planet to explore.
Okay. Now, let's drop it down to 1280 by 720 and just see if we're getting like lock 60.
Excuse my manners. One kind of
I don't
stuff
think I would
expecting
play it that
less
way
for
because I think this would be
200
just
years.
fine. But some people may just want it to be 60 regardless. apply settings. Yes, there we go.
Name's PIP3R. That's Piper.
So
Up there in the
there's
sky.
52,
That blinking dot is yours truly. But enough introductions.
4.
Let's get you situated.
I think I saw
and
48 in there. Then it goes up to 60, but not really a huge difference. Okay, let's see here. Pick this up. Oh, I jumped out. This is the gun that we grabbed first. Okay. Jump back in. A pawn drop. Oh, maybe that's where...
It never ceases
Is that where
to
we get our
amaze. That
ammo for the
magnificent
gun?
mech,
For the water gun?
those high-powered tools, and even that ship of yours. The Farm Mech project really was extraordinary. Such a shame that it got cancelled in the
Yeah,
end.
not too bad. Again, a lot of it's open field, so... There we go. Need to get rid of this goo. But then we run out, and we can't fill in the water hole. Let's just run down to that rock again. I'm curious.
It always puzzled me why Earth was so quick to give up on the Farm Mech project, sending us probes out to the edge of the galaxy to scan for hospitable planets. That was no small feat. Desperate times, I suppose.
Let's see. Can we upgrade? Nope. Maybe we can break it. No. That is wrong. But yeah, I mean that's what you could guess for resolution or for frame rate. 50, 60s, 1280 by 720 on the Steam Deck. If you want the grass to not draw in and all of that stuff on the Steam Deck, you're going to get probably upper 30s to mid 40s. That's at 1280 or 800p. So I think they're good there. Let's jump out of this. Let's take a look at Hades. Now Hades will run just fine as far as I know as well. Okay, quit to desktop. There we go. And then let's go to Steam Deck. They plug these back on so they can reconnect once they fall asleep. Yep. So, Hades. This is our final game that's been voted on. Anybody news join? All of the games that I show here, the 5 that I've went through, we're going to do Vulcan for the Steam Deck, have been voted on by you, the viewer. So if you haven't already, subscribe, and then you'll get notified every day, every weekday. We're on our 18th show of the year. So since the beginning of the year, we've done 18 weeks of this. So it's 1 game or 4 games per day go up Monday through Friday. So a total of 20 games. You guys vote on one of them each day, whatever that winner is. That moves to Saturday, and we have 5 games we show every Saturday, and then we also show one. I also show one that I wanted to check out or showcase. So there's 6 games total. 5 get shown on each of the systems. So on the Steam Deck Oled and on the Lenovo Legion Go, you get to see them run on both of them. So yeah, we've went through, what is it? 5 times 20 would be 100. And we're on show 18. So we've shown 90 games as of the end of tonight, running over the week. On every Saturday we do. All of those Saturdays combined, that's 90 games we've walked through on the Steam Deck and the Legion Go. And they were games that you voted on. Let's see. So we're on the Steam Deck. Let's go with 1280 by 720. We'll have VSync on. Well, actually, let's turn VSync off. Just see. And I think we're just going to start whatever run that I'm on.
Where now?
Okay, so it just locks to 60. Looks pretty good. Nice and smooth, which is what you need. I think we're going this way. We can either proceed there or proceed this way. Let's go this way. Such a good soundtrack on this game. One of my favorite parts. Whoop. I think we gotta go find trouble. Ooh. That was quick. But yeah, running on the Steam Deck, no issues for this game. And they have Hades 2 coming out, which I expect more of the same. I don't expect that it's going to have an issue. Oh, who's this one?
Oh, looks like you died from one of those
Oh, Hypnos.
traps left by a wretched pest. Little guys that look like urns.
Let's go down. There's Dad. He's signing checks.
I heard lately from the goddess Athena, Nix. She seems to...
Zagreus. Nyx. Oh, Zagreus is me. Nyx is the one we were talking to. And then let's jump out the window. I think that's still how this goes. I haven't played for probably a year.
You having a rough time out there, boyo? You just remember something.
It's a training dummy.
Exactly, pal. That's it.
There we go.
Time to go.
I can hear it. I'll turn it up a little bit because it is a good soundtrack. It's got a good beat for the game. Let's accept this.
Don't lose heart now, little godling. I won't have you giving up before you get to see me
Aphrodite.
in the flesh among the gardens of Olympus here.
Let's do a heartbreak strike.
Love and loss.
Gotta take these guys out. Oh, maybe just one of them. Yeah, we're holding 60s on this game. I didn't expect anything less, but because even on the Steam Deck Oled or Steam Deck LCD, it was running just fine.
More souls fastidious.
Is that another hit? Yep. There we go. It was just weird. I thought it was sitting on that pillar, and I'm like, how did I get up to the second level of that? The way it looked, it just was different.
Got to fight.
Oh, can I set this guy up? Oh, I can do it. There. We got rid of one. Yeah, even with enemies on, it's fine. Which is good. Like I said, I would expect Hades 2 to be very similar performance coming out of this developer.
I can't.
Oh, let's do that thing, guy. Spike pits.
It's no use.
Where are they? Oh, oh, oh. More. Okay. Yeah, let's go ahead. Well, maybe there is one more guy. Nope, I didn't pick up my gift. All right, let's take a look at it on the Legion Go. Because again, I don't think you're going to see any performance drop. And we're at the highest resolution that we can go. Well, I mean, you can go up to 1280 by 800, but you're not going to see anything different. Same deal. There you go. Let's just go ahead and do a give up. And we'll start on a new run over on the Legion Go. All right, this is our last officially voted game on to run tonight. And then we're going to take a look at when the light dies here at the end. When we're saying goodbye for the evening. That's the game we're going to take a look at next. And we'll probably take a look at it on the... It really doesn't matter to me. I'm going to make a video for that game regardless. So we could probably just do it on the Legion Go. Farming Fest. Get your farming games. There's actually, if you really want some farming games, go over to Humble Bundle. They've got a farming bundle for like $20 or less that you can get like 7 or 8 farming games that are all really good. And they're cheaper than buying them on the Steam Farm Fest sale. I'm just going to look something up really fast. When the light dies. Yeah, there it is. And P-Cube. Well, P-Cube's the publisher. All right, let's take a look at Hades on here. Again, I think we could even run it, quite honestly, at the highest. But I don't think we can do that here. I think we get 2 options because we don't. This capture card doesn't support anything above 1080p. So that's why we got to run at 1080. But the Legion Go can support 2560 by 1600, I think it is, on when you're running the games on its screen. Whether or not you're going to get 144 frames per second, it's hard to say. But you can definitely go higher resolution there. But yeah, we're on 1080p. And let's just kick off that new run. Take a quick look. And again, the frame rate, look down in the left-hand corner because for some reason, whatever the frame rate up here is not calculating. So frustrating that they can't get that working correctly. That's a, as far as I'm aware, a Legion Go issue. Is that frame rate counter on the metric and the analytic window. Performance analytics, metrics, whatever you want to call them. Monitor is probably a better word. Okay, and we'll do the same one.
I'm all worked up.
But yeah, you're talking 60 frames, 1080p, 60 frames per second. And I don't believe that you could even do, like I said, I can only stream at max 60 frames per second. So even if we could go above this, which I think we're maybe locked. Let me just check. Let's turn VSync off, see what it does. Okay, there we go. I believe even though we can see 400 frames per second down in the bottom, you're only going to see 60 on the stream. But the nice thing is, if we were to play it on the Legion Go screen itself, it will do 144 frames per second. Or 144 hertz refresh rate. So if you can get the frame rate to match that, you can take advantage of that refresh rate. Sorry, I didn't say that correctly. But unfortunately, we can only do 60 frames, or 60 frames per second, and I think 60 hertz refresh rate. With my measly AverMedia 550 card, I think is what, 552, something like that. It's the same one that the Steam Deck uses here as well. That's big guys. They don't really take a lot of damage, or they don't cause me a lot of damage. And they're actually easier to hit, I think.
Centaur heart.
There we go.
That'll keep me going for a bit.
So I would expect that we could get 90 frames per second as well on the Steam Deck. Because you can get up to a frame rate, or you can get up to a refresh rate there at 90. So I think we're good on all these. But let's, it's 9:30 right now. Let's go ahead and call it good on Hades, which is looking great. I will actually go in and do a direct view video of Hades for the Legion Go and the Steam Deck Oled, because I don't think I have one for either one. And we'll show it running with the 144 hertz refresh, you know, through the camera, and then the same for the 90 hertz refresh rate on the Steam Deck. So yeah, let's go ahead and call it good here. Okay, let's, we're going to keep these active. We're just going to close out of the game. And we're going to run When the Light Dies off of here. And this game does run on the Steam Deck just fine, Steam Deck OLED. It's a, When the Light Dies is kind of like one of the bullet hell shooters, arena shooters that I play and showcase on the channel. A lot. I think I've got 25 that I've, no, maybe not that many, 22 that I've shown on the channel. And it runs just fine on Steam Deck. And we're going to test it out here on the Legion Go. And this is from Electric Monkeys and Secret Level Studios. And P-Cube is the publisher, and they gave us a copy to show here on the channel. So I'm going to make a real view video of it, and then I figured we'd just show it here on the stream this week since I played around with it. I liked it, and it's $4.49 is what it is on sale right now. You can actually get a little cheaper if you own one of the other games, Gravity Heroes, I think it is. But I like these games in general. I play a lot of them. I like showcasing all of them. I like showcasing the games. It's not because the developer sent the game over before the stream. I had a chance to play it after they sent it over, and I really thought it was actually pretty good. I liked having the different mechanic to be able to play around with. So there's not really any settings to adjust. It's more of a pixel, like, I don't know, 16-bit kind of style. The tutorial, it is pretty good to play through the tutorial because it does have some mechanics that are a little bit different than most of the games. But you basically have your lamp that you're carrying around, and that lights only certain parts of the map. Gotta grab our stuff here. Let's grab this guy. You don't move very fast at all. So we can recover 1 sanity per page while reading this book or whiskey. I think we'll stick with the whiskey. You can speed up a little bit by like just pressing the left stick in like you're running. You don't really run that fast. Obviously, it's one of the games where you're going to get upgrades. You're going to upgrade as you go every level, and you're going to build up, you know, by like 2 points of health here per second, you know, recovery, or you're going to get like stamina back, or you're going to get speed or something like that, right? Let's do this one. Oh my god. Awfully. Collect your little health or experience. Fire rate increase, extra shot chance, ability radius increase. Let's do faster trigger on this run. It's not going to be very fast, but if we can get enough of those, that'll help. Because our gun is super slow. Long shot, movement speed will help. Let's do that, yes. Movement speed, definitely. At least we can get away from. Now, there is another component I was telling you about, like some different things that they do rather than some of the other games. There's one where you've got to like worry about like your warmth, it's almost like Don't Starve, right, in that way. Like you got to have a fire, you light the fire, you stand around the fire, you get warm, and you don't lose health, right, kind of thing. You got to have the light. That's also another thing. So let's see here. Let's do experience. I do like these games. Ever since Vampire Survivor, any of the Survivor style games, I've really enjoyed these. They're just nice and mind-numbing, right? Kind of just sit down, chill out, play. Extra shot chance. Activate cooldown. Let's do extra shot. Oh. Level up. Light-footed. Yep, movement speed. Let's go with that. At least we can get away, right? We can keep backing up. That's all you ever do is back up in these games. Long shot, learn, gain more experience. We're gonna do this Fallout style. Have you ever played Fallout? Some of the best, or Sky, or Elder Scrolls, or any of those. Some of the, I think it was mainly Fallout though. Some of the best perks were like extra, like percent or extra points of experience per level, and you could get like some better stuff. Really, that was the key. And killing an enemy, there's a 5 chance to recover 5 health. I'll take the experience gains. Now, we are dying. Need to find like a fire pit, but I haven't seen a map yet. Long shot, accurate shot, wisdom. I guess let's do the long shot. Is there something? Oh no, it's just me getting hit by something. Take a sip of whiskey. Now our fire is going out. We can turn it off. I think that's what we want to do. Here's a fire pit, so let's light this. There we go. Now we got better view, but we got more enemies too. So, you know, there's the benefit of like not having, I don't know what you would say, like if you don't have the visibility, you get less enemies, but if you have it, you get a lot of enemies. Hardy constitution, increase health. Yeah, let's do that. But then that only lasts around the fire pit, so you gotta get in close. There's some more, let's see. Extra shot or health, let's do health again. Yeah, you can't run faster if you stop shooting, so it's really just kind of keep your thumb down on your left stick and then just keep firing away. Bullet duration increased by 10 seconds. Yeah, let's do that. But then that fire pit will only last for so long. Sleight of hand, twin shot. Oh, thank God. 1 extra bullet. It took a while to get that. Like, I can't even see it because we're so close, but I think we're firing 2 bullets at a time now. Evasion, or when killing an enemy, there's 5% chance to recover 5. Let's do that. Yeah, they're moving too fast. I can't even outrun them. And my fire went out completely. Max health or damage increased by 10%. Let's do that. Wow, it's really dark. Where's my fire? What's going on here? I ran out of oil or something like that. I think I screwed it up. Oh, I guess you can kind of see if you just keep firing. Well, not very well, you can kind of see things. But man, it does get dark. Oh, there's enemies. They're on me. I wish I knew where to get, like, oil for my lamp. Lantern oil, I didn't see any. I don't know where that would be. Reloading time decreased. Yeah, let's do that. Oh, maybe. Nope, that's water. My ears bother me. It's like pushing into my ear. Well, I think we've kind of seen enough of the game. Oh, jeez. Look at this. See enough of the game. It's kind of fun. I like the game. Oh, we died. But I think it's got a different idea to it. Slightly different, right, in that sense. So I do like the game. And I'm glad that they gave me a chance to check it out. If you haven't already, the link is below to their Steam page. The game released May 2nd. And yeah, it's only like $5. $4.49 on sale. So if you like these types of games, check them out. It's actually a pretty good one. And it's got something a little bit different, right? Like, and you just keep going and building up. Lots of these games, you've seen 20 or plus or so of these on my channel, if you've watched the channel for any period of time. So, I don't know, might be interesting. Check it out on your own. Appreciate everybody for being here, though. Thank you again. I know this was like a little bit longer than normal. I think we're probably just going to end up doing these for 3 hours. I will fill it in the beginning with some stuff, or maybe in the middle, so we have something to break it up. But it's basically going to be like, hey, let's take a look at some of the sales. Let's look at some of this. Let's look at some game news like I wanted to do and stuff like that. I've gotten that big project done for that new client. Now it'll just be like a maintenance type of deal with them. So like maybe 12, 15 hours a week, something like that. And then I have more time to work on the channel, and that should allow me to add even more. If you look this week, I was putting up 2 videos per day for the Steam Deck. I think I did a couple days for the Legion Go, like 1 video here or there, but for the Steam Deck mostly. And then I was putting up the daily vote poll. So definitely subscribe if you haven't already. Just click it, click the bell to receive all, and you'll get notified when it goes up at noon. And then you guys can vote and choose what games go in here. But I do appreciate you for doing that. We had some pretty good candidates this week. I think there's going to be another really solid round coming up here in mid-May when the newer games start to release. There's a couple that we're waiting on, like Ghost of Tsushima, and I forget some of the other ones. But there's a couple coming down the road that we'll be able to check out that week. So we'll have newer games. We've got a bunch of devs, wanting to send over games for us to check out here on the channel. I think that's really fun. Get a chance to see them. I'll be doing those, videos this week. I think I may even try to get a little bit ahead so we can start working on some other projects for the channel, since we've hit our 10,000 subscriber number. I think we're like 10,300 now or something there. So it's continuing to go up. We're getting good momentum. Appreciate everybody for subscribing. Thank you again. Getting me closer to the 100,000 mark. I just want a plaque. That's what I keep telling everybody. That's all I want, is just to validate 12 years of streaming and video production. I don't know. It's kind of funny. But I appreciate everybody for hanging out. Thank you so much. If you haven't already, definitely subscribe, follow if you're on Twitch, follow if you're on Twitter. Go follow Factor of Games on LinkedIn instead of Greg Graham. he doesn't need any more followers on there. Got plenty on there for industry folks, but I appreciate them as well. And then there's also Facebook. I did set up TikTok. I'm still on the fence because I don't know if they're going to be around, but that may be a streaming channel we open up here shortly. And then who knows, maybe Kick or something else, but I don't mind doing more. I love doing this, so just look for other places that you can find it. And definitely support the channel if you can by using the Humble Bundle links, right? If there's any games or any bundles you want to check out, check those links at the bottom of every video. Usually they point to Humble Bundle, and the channel does get support through that when you buy a game. So you get a game, usually you get it on sale, and the channel gets X amount of the sale. So they've always been a good partner, 7 years, I think, going right now. So appreciate everybody. Thank you again. You guys have a great week, and play some games on your Steam Decks or your Legion Go or on any PC. Enjoy what you've got here. It's a plethora of content. I love finding everything to mess around with, but do appreciate everybody for hanging out. And I will talk to you next Saturday, if not before then. You never know. With more time, I might be doing more streams as well, which I wouldn't mind doing that. So let me turn on some music here as we head out, and I will talk to everybody later. Good night.